Welcome back. It's halftime here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. We're at the Veal Center, and sitting to my right now is Kathy Lanese. Kathy, the distance coach on the track team, and also the men and women's cross-country coach here at Case Western Reserve University. Kathy,
That's right.
welcome. Thanks for
for
joining
having
us.
me.
Did you run in tonight to join us?
Practically from upstairs. Yeah.
Now, it's a big weekend for you, isn't it? Do you have the first distance indoor track meet of the year coming up?
At Otterbein.
At
yes.
Otterbein. So when will that happen exactly?
It's going to be tomorrow.
It's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
So going into the first distance weekend here for you, what type of things does a coach look for in the wintertime from her runners?
So we did a time trial this week just to kind of see where everyone's at, get the dust off their legs, and we're just.
Do you give them times to shoot for? Do you give them paces that you want them to go at?
So the reason I did the time trial, because then it allows me to see what kind of paces I'm going to set them up for the weekend. And that's really all we're looking for. Our big meet is next weekend at the duel with the Spartan Tartan duel. So this is more of I call it the settle the dust, get it off, and then we'll move forward next week and really fire it up.
The Spartan Tartan, is that here at the Veal Center?
It is.
So take us inside the Veal Center visually and tell us what an indoor track meet is like there on a weekend afternoon here at Case.
I'll tell you, the Spartan Tartan, I'm going to just kind of live up that meet because it's one of the classics. We're in our 12th year, and it's a duel against Carnegie Mellon. The crowd itself, we will have alumni back, we'll have recruits in, we have parents that love to view the meet, and it's just a go with, one of the beauties with Carnegie Mellon is that our teams are very close in scoring. So typically in the UAA, we're finishing anywhere from that second to fourth place finish in the UAA, and Carnegie's we're always in rival with them. So to see us go head-to-head is just probably one of the most exciting meets, I think, in the country.
When the student athletes make the jump from high school to Division III track, in high school it's the 3,200 is the distance,
correct,
run. When they come to college, does it jump to 10,000 meters? Where does it lie at?
It depends who the kid is. And I'm going to bring up Jack Bedley. He's one of those kids who had a lot of success in cross country. He was, pretty good at the 5K, and he ran the 2 mile okay. But as he has gotten better at the 8K distance, I know he's a 10K guy. So there's just certain kids that stand out. Once they get to the higher distances, you'll see they thrive better off of the longer distances. So it really depends on the kid.
Do all of your cross-country runners translate into track? Do all of them run?
It's not a choice.
It's not a choice. That was my next question. That's something. How long have you been the coach of both of those programs, Kathy?
19 years.
19 years.
Yeah.
So did you start 19 years ago as that is not an option, this is what we do, or did you develop that philosophy over time, that year-long training at a distance level?
That's a good question. Year one, it was the first time coaching men, so I kind of just wanted to feel my year out, and I did not make that a rule. But by year two, I did, and the reason I did it is I said, I want to create a dynasty. I want to create a program that we're going to be able to accelerate in the country, and by year three, we were at the national meet. So it really proved we need to train year-round, and it proved to be great. So that's what I do when I recruit. I say, look, this is a cross-country indoor and outdoor program.
This year, cross-country-wise, men's team makes it to nationals, and you had an individual runner on the women's side make it to nationals. So you had some success there, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Second year in a row that the men's team made it, and that's the first time we've had back-to-back teams go for the men. I did it, with the women, we had a 5-year run, but at the national meet. So that's really exciting, and we have everyone coming back next year. And
how important is that, Kathy, the strength of the team specific to cross country, to have, 1 through 7, 5 count, correct? 105 score, but 1 through
Absolutely.
7 all pushing each other. You don't necessarily want to have someone in the top 10 and then your second runner finishing 115th or something like
No,
that.
you
need
don't.
them all. You need them 10, 11, 16, 20, right tight, don't you? That's the most
we
effective
do.
way.
They call it the 1 to 5 are the extra scoring members. Our 6 and 7 are a reserve, and in case of a tie, those are the people that.
But if
help.
your 6 beats somebody else's 4 or 5, that's a big deal
gonna
for
be
you.
okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be okay. So we had a really tight squad this year. I'm going to tell you, 1 to 12 for us this year on the men's side was tight. And the guy who didn't make the national team was probably one of my better runners. Just got tired at the end of the season, but. We're strong coming back. We're going to be fierce.
How about on the women's side?
Yeah, so the women's side, Maddie, she's a really strong front runner. I had so much youth on the women's side. I had 3 freshmen in my top 7, and that carried it through all the way to the regional meet.
Maddie Lindemann, you were talking about,
Maddie
correct?
Lindemann,
Yep.
yeah, she's just an exceptional, strong, tenacious kid. But, next year we have everyone but Maddie coming back. So I think we're going to have a really, really strong women's team, too.
When the outdoor season is over, meaning the spring track season, how much time off do you give your runners until, fall workouts begin?
Yeah, they get 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And that's like at the end of May, 2 weeks into June? Or
Depends the kid.
Yeah.
Because someone someone who's only going to be at the conference championship at the end of April, they may take their 2 weeks at the end of that. But if I've got someone like Trey, who's carrying on to the national, he had 3 national championships last year, he will not take a break until June.
How important, Kathy, 19 years here at Case, and obviously before that, experience in the distance running, is the science of running. I'm sure you're familiar with Dr. Joe Vigil, who is,
yeah, I went to many of his clinics. Yeah.
I mean, he back in the 60s really kind of took running from just a physical thing to very much a science-based thing.
Absolutely.
You're a student of that?
I am a student of that, and I love that game. And I know that year to year, it changes. The science changes in the sense of my experienced runners, I can do certain difficult workouts with that I can't do with the rookies. And so it's really a process, and when they come in as youth, I have to let them know, you are not ready to be doing what Trey's doing. I know you want to do what Trey's doing, but your body is not ready for this yet.
Great to see you.
Great to see you.
I wish we had more time with you, but the clock says I have to say goodbye to you.
I get it.
Yeah. Kathy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Good luck at Otterbein.
All right.
And then next weekend in the Spartan Tartan here at the Veal Center. So come on out if you're watching tonight, or if you're a fan of track and distance, coming out and see the runners for Case Western Reserve University.
Yeah, please do.
Yep. Kathy Lanese.
All
Thanks,
right.
Kathy.
Thank you.